Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. Do you hear that noise? The intro music might be playing, which might make it difficult to hear, but that is a slime. Now I was just standing here getting ready to record, and then I heard that, which is a good sign because it means the slime farm is working. You can see here I've got over a stack of slime balls. Now this thing isn't particularly fast, but then the area hasn't really been conditioned for it, so I think it's doing a good job so far. And I just realised when I came down here to check the chest that we don't actually have an entrance for this thing yet. And there you can see the slimes are going to drown. They've just probably been a big one and then it's got divided up into a smaller one. But I think while I've been down there, one has spawned up the top and fallen down, because this thing is now finished and I've fallen in the water. Didn't really think about this. Maybe I should throw an ender pearl. There we go. So this is near the top. You can see the layers go all the way just about up to the top. And I've also raised the ceiling by 1 block as well. So that means the slimes at the very top won't have problem jumping around. They'll be able to move all the way over to the edge really quickly. So that is the slime farm done right there. Let's go and pick up our slime balls and get out of here. There's still more that needs to be done over here, like a proper entrance. I need to build an item elevator. But as for now, I would like to move on to another project. Now, we're going to do something that we've already done. It's to do with animal breeding. And the last time we did that was with the pigs. What I want to do is convert the cow breeder that we have in the... I was about to say spawn chunks again. It's the Hermitown is what I refer to it as now, since no one could decide a name on it. And I think what we should do is adapt it so it can be used as an AFK design as well, which should be fairly straightforward. But the reason that I want to do that is because it means we get a ton of leather, and leather means books. Now I already have a big supply of books, but what I want to do is get a ridiculous amount of books and then do a ridiculous amount of enchanting. Now what I'm thinking I should do is do tons of level 1 enchantments, and then I'll be able to get things like efficiency and unbreaking and combine those books. So my logic there is that perhaps it will be quicker to make 30 level 1 enchantments than it would be to get all the way to level 30. So what we need to do here, and I think I just heard a spider. Yep, there's a spider. It spawned right on there. That's one of the things we need to change about this. We actually need to add a light source. So what we're going to be doing here is removing the half slabs around the outside. We're going to be turning this into a circle. Now it's going to be a lot smaller circle than the pig farm was, so this thing might not be as high capacity. However, we're going to breed the amount of cows that we have over here and bring it up to a similar number. And it looks like someone has been breeding them as well. I could kill them. Are they adults? I think they are. They kind of look like they're 1 block high. I'm going to leave them in case they're the kids. And if I were to harvest that, I'd just leave the drops there because I don't need to take the meat for anything like that. But we have a big stash of meat left over, and we're going to get a ton more when we do this as well. And I'm going to use that to get some XP in the future. So we're going to be doing some smelting. Now I'm thinking of making a smelting machine, although I need to look into that a little bit more. So I kind of forgot what it was I was doing then, and it stopped raining by the way, which is fantastic. Oh, that looked like it was in a different place when I looked up for a moment there. It's still, yeah, the same old thing all the way over there. And that is interesting. We'll have to investigate that in a moment as well. But what I want to do is come over here and use the F3 screen. Now I've still got that mod installed. That thing is fantastic. That is available for download as well. I put it in the link. Sorry, I put the link in the description box on the previous episode, and I'll put it in this one as well. Yeah, that's available for download. I think it's customizable as well, but I haven't used the latest one. I just haven't downloaded and updated it. Anyway, now that we're over here, let's have a look. So, not a lot of entities. There are in that direction. 0. Let's go and stand over this side. So 1 off in that direction, and then in this direction we have 2. So we've got 0 looking in that direction and 1 in that one. So if we look in both of those directions, then the only thing we should be looking at here is the pigs. So it looks like we have around 110 pigs. That could also include mobs down in the underground, in the caves and all of that as well. But that's about as many cows as we're going to try and fit into that area. Now it might be too much to put inside the little area that we have in our cow farm, but 100 is what we're going to be aiming for. But now I need to figure out what it is we're going to do with these pigs, because They're of no use to me at the moment in here, are they? Because I don't really want to breed pigs anymore. We're going to do it with cows so we can get a food source and some leather as well. So what are we going to do with all these pigs, eh? Well, Topmas, he was after some bacon, and I watched his video. I don't think he really knew what was going on, but he found the bacon stash in my base. However, I have no need for these pigs anymore, so I thought that I would give him a gift. And that is the gift of pigs. I don't want these pigs anymore. Topmas likes bacon, so we're going to send it over to his base. And the way we're going to do that is with a nether portal. Now I've put this one here because what it's going to do is take us to the nether hub, but when we go back through the one at the nether hub, it's going to take us to the regular portal. So this one, by placing it here within range of the other one, isn't going to generate a new portal in the nether. So I've actually conditioned the nether so that we can take all of these pigs all the way into Topmas's base. He's actually built a cool new little, I think it's like a bar area there, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be showing you that in a moment. Now I just thought of a problem with this a moment ago, is that when we send through the pigs, they're going to go into the nether, and when they're in the nether, it's quite likely some of them will get pushed back into the portal, and they're going to end up going to that one over there. But I think all of that area is secure. It has some iron doors on it, so we might have a little bit of problem with that, but hopefully not too much of a problem. Now I don't have a shovel with me, so I'm going to have to break the dirt with my fist here. And let's see, can they get out at that level? They can. So now what I need is some carrots, and this is where things could get a little bit crazy. You don't want to climb. Why is that? Is that... No, that's a 1 block gap. Let's make this a little bit wider. Maybe that'll make things easier for them. Bunch of lazy pigs. Come on guys, why are you not jumping? What's going on here? I've got some carrots and everything, and they don't want to know. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make some stairs. That's what we'll do, and I almost threw that right into there. I'm going to have trouble placing the stairs down if I were to use them. I think slabs would have been the better option. I don't know why they don't want to jump up, though. Why don't... Hey, at last! And you went into the portal. That's what you're supposed to do. So let's get over there and try and help these guys. And now they're jumping. That's good. Except they stopped here again. What I could do is put half slabs there, actually. Let's make some half slabs. Okay, there we go. Some half slabs. Now what's going to happen? That looks a lot better right there. Come on, keep going into the nether. Yay! This is exactly what I want them to do. And do you know what? These pigs, they go through the nether instantly. As soon as they hit the nether portal, that's it, they're through. So this might take a while. And I've got a problem that there might be a bit of chaos going on the other side, because the nether might be loaded now. I know that the nether loads when you put an item through it, but I'm not sure about pigs. So something interesting is going to happen when we go through that portal, but for now I'm going to do this boring stuff, nudge these guys through, and get all of the pigs into this portal. Okay, I made a little bit of a modification here, and it just made things so much simpler. I probably should have given this a little bit more thought before making it. But I blocked them off from going back round that way, although that pig wants to stand on the pressure plate, and I put half slabs going all the way down, so now they all just kind of push each other up here. So, shouldn't be much longer now. I imagine the last of the pigs are just around the corner there, but there's over 100 pigs here to move, so shouldn't be too long. Okay, it's time to step through the portal. All of the pigs are gone. This could be a little bit chaotic, because if the nether hasn't loaded, they could all be in a group on the other side. 100 pigs in one location. And that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Wow. Just the sight of all these pigs is hilarious, and I think some of them have made their way back into the portal. Anyway, we want them to all go this way, and some of them it looks like are following my carrots, but not all of them. We've got a little group here that want to. And so now we need to do the same thing, push them all through this portal into Topmas's place, which is then just going to be loaded with pigs. And this could take me a while, and that's not good. Why are you not going through the portal? That is quite worrying. Could have a little bit of a problem here. Oh, this is so much fun. I don't know why, it's hilarious. And these pigs have started going through the portal now as well. Have a look. So the two at the back, they never like to go through, but the rest of these have no problem at all. So these might be a couple of special little piggies that we have here. And there you go, you can see they're going through. So this is going to take me a while, and in a moment what we'll do before we go into Topmass's area is check that none of them have gone back through into that portal there, which it doesn't really look like they have, because a lot of them are pushing each other around here, and what they would do is push each other back into the portal, which they haven't appeared to have done, so I think things are going to be alright. Okay, let's see if anything happens on the other side of this portal. Probably not, I'm guessing. And one of them came through. Do you want to go back, my friend? Let's see if you'll go through the portal. No, you won't, sorry. Oh, okay, you get to live. My sword broke. I think that's a sign right there. So this little piggy can live. And here are the pigs. Pigs everywhere. This is exactly what I wanted to do. And oh no, the pigs are drowning. This is terrible. Let's put up some of these fence posts quickly. Now I had some with me so that we could block off the entrance and just keep them in this area. Sorry, you're going to have to stay in there by the looks of it. In fact, if I use my carrots, I could probably lure them all. Oh, this is going to be bad, isn't it? We're going to send more and more into this area. Okay, those that are in there are unfortunately going to have to die. I really overlooked that, and I wanted to show you how cool this room was as well. But at the moment it looks like I've got to protect the pigs from drowning. So come this way, piggies. Okay, that's the last of the pigs into this room here. So let's put down these fences to stop them from getting out. And I think we lost quite a few, you know. Let's have a look. Let's press... Oh, this is a little bit lower down here. Let's press F3. And around 50, we probably lost over half of the piggies. I think some of them might have been lost going through the nether portals, because I don't think as much as 50 of them drowned, although there were quite a few. You can see there's lots of pork chops down there. So I think what we should do is use up some of these carrots. We've got lots of carrots, so for the rest of this episode what I'm going to do is come over here and keep breeding these guys. And let's stop and have a look at Topmass's room that he's got here as well. This is really cool. I've changed it up a little bit by putting down these fence posts, but that's to protect these pigs, which are his new pets. This is a really cool little room. He's got the water and then the iron bars and the lava. That has a really nice effect. And he's got a bartender over here as well, which is pretty cool. So it looks like there's less pigs in here. Well, actually what's been happening is they've all been going into this area over the back here, and there was even a little hole that I had to fill in. That was a pain. They all clustered into the hole. It was like too deep, so they couldn't get back out again. And I've noticed something really bad, and that is this. The little pigs like to go and stand on the stairs on the edge here, and it seems like as soon as they stand on them, they stay there. And they're underneath these fence posts, which means when they grow into adults, they're going to be suffocating and dying, which is not good at all. So I think this room is definitely not suitable to them. It's not pig friendly, and what we should do is just move them up into this room here where they're going to have no problem at all. If we look around, there are not many hazards at all. Maybe the pigs, the baby pigs, can get in here, and nah, I don't think there's anything really they can do to hurt themselves. So what we're going to do is block off this portal, although there are a few more pigs on the other side, so I'm going to have to go through and get those first, but then we're going to move all the pigs up into this room here. I'm not even going to tell you how long that took, but let's just say it wasn't easy. So quite some time later I've been breeding these guys. Let's have a look at how many there are here now. This isn't going to be a particularly clear test because I don't know how many other entities are in this area, but it looks like we've got the numbers back up to around 100. I've still got some carrots here to work with, and now that I look in my inventory I had to remove some blocks to get these pigs through, believe it or not. Had all kinds of trouble, so we can quickly place those back. I will go around and double check. I think that's the only thing I actually forgot. You can see I've removed all of the fence posts from around the edges here. And our golem over there is having a good time. He's jumping up and down saying hello. So, I don't need these pigs anymore, and I know you like bacon. You might want to move them, although they seem to like it in here, Asuma. So I've left him a little sign as well so he knows who it is. And it's time for us to start work on that cow farm. So here we are. We need to modify this to make it work with an automatic setup, which I have started doing, and I've run into a couple of problems like this one over here with all the cows grouping up on the corner. I'll explain that in a moment. But what I did when I came here is I first of all placed down some extra blocks underneath so that we could get a circle going around the outside, And once I'd done that, I kind of realised that it wasn't enough space for all of the cows, so I added in this extra bit using the lanes that are already there in the middle. So now you go around here, then you go into the middle, back down the other side, and then around all the way like that. So that's a lot more space for the cows to have in here, and that means we can have more cows. Now if I press F3, I think there's about 40 in here. So we'll look around 37, a bit more if we look in that direction. It would seem 90, so there's something going on over there. That could be Joe Hills' sheep off in the distance, I'm not sure. But yeah, we definitely need a lot more cows. We want to bring this up to at least 60, I think. And then doing some automatic AFK breeding would be fairly effective. So what I've done down below is I've added in a bunch of half slabs around the outside. The reason for that is to stop the water from falling out. Now the cows, the baby cows are going to be 1 block high and the cows are 1.5 high, so it would actually be good to have signs on the outside here to let them fall out of, but that would have been a bit much really. I felt like it took me quite some time to place all of these signs, which I might have to I was thinking I might have to remove, I might not, I can't remember why I thought that, but yeah, we have signs in the middle so that there's still a 1 block gap and the water doesn't fall down into this space down here. Now you can see I've still got some random blocks placed where I was putting things down to stand on top of and try and place them on the other signs. So the problem that we face at the moment is with these cows in the corner. Now, the way the water flow goes, and this is something that I had a little bit of trouble with the pig farm, I took forever putting the water in the correct position. If you have the water stop like this in a corner, it tends to back up the cows, which they seem to have stopped doing now, which makes me think maybe I should leave it like that. I'll have a look, I might modify this, because if we can just move everything around or change where the ends of the streams are, I think there's a pressure plate there, we'd probably have to move that back a few blocks. Then that would mean that the next one would come back over here, and if you move it back too far then you have the same problem again. So I don't know, it doesn't look like it's going to be that much of a problem, but one thing that we need to do is actually breed these cows and get their numbers up, and I think what I'm going to have to do is lure some over from somewhere else and have a little containing area on the side to breed them, and then when we have enough put them in here, because, and that's why I was thinking about taking the signs off, because basically I'd have to take all of these signs off and start all over again, which is something I definitely don't want to do. That'll be a real pain. And I'm now thinking that actually probably breeding some other cows out here and getting their numbers up would be even more of a pain than doing that. So it looks like I might take away all the signs, put them with blocks and breed these guys before we progress. We have a problem. Get back in there, you. How did you get out? Well, it looks like they can jump out between the iron bars, and I thought their hitbox meant that they were still 1 block wide. Now we can easily solve this by putting through some blocks like this. And by the way, I've just finished removing all of the signs from down below and replacing it with netherrack. I think that was going to be the quickest way. I didn't expect this to happen though. So if we fill up the blocks in between, then the iron bars are going to connect and their hitboxes are going to be bigger, and then there's no way for the little cows to get out. And also no way for me to breed them, so it means that when we are done... Go away. Oh, now they're trying to follow their parents, that's why, and they're going around in a circle, so they're going to come to where I'm building. I'm not going to be able to breed them. I think actually there is a little bit of a gap. Let's have a look. If I put a block there, I can hop up. Is there or is there not a gap here? I'm not sure. I don't think there is, actually. I think it's when you have 4 iron bars together it creates a gap in the middle, so you could breed between it. But anyway, I'm going to place all of these blocks around the outside. It looks like I'm going to need more blocks though. And then next time when I breed them, they'll all stay contained down there. And then when they're adults, I can remove this. But the next bit becomes really time consuming, so I might have to do this bit over a few days, because I've got to breed these. And, well, actually it might not be that time consuming, but I don't really have the time at the moment. So there is something else that I've done as well. I've also rearranged all of the water streams. I just moved them back so there were more pressure plates, and that means that whenever there's a corner there's water to push the cows around. So everything looks good at the moment. I just need to place more blocks and try and find a way to get these cows back in. Now if they can jump out then they can go back in, but the problem is there's too many cows in the water, so their hitbox is going to push these ones back up when I nudge them against the iron bars, so that's not going to work. Do you know what? I think I've been a little bit silly here. I've kind of rushed into doing this without giving it too much thought. So when we remove all of these blocks and we're using the farm like normal, the cows are still going to be able to jump out of there. Just because they can also go down below doesn't mean they're not going to jump out. So what we have to do is lower down the platform that they stand on, or raise the one up here, which is possible that we could just add a ring of half slabs around it on the outside, but then it's going to distort the farm a little bit because it's made to be level at this height. So what I think I'm going to do is lower it down by half a block down here. Now this is on the underside of a block. That is not good. That actually makes it difficult to do. You see, if this was the bottom of a block, then I could place one underneath and simply remove it. I think what I'm going to have to do is take all of the cows out and put them into a little containing area. So what I'll probably do is dig a hole down here and lure them in so they can't get back out again. And then when I'm done fixing up all of this, I'll bring them out and put them back in again. Yeah, so... oh, I can't believe I just spent all that time doing this and I need to really undo it all and start again, but it's no biggie, I guess. Okay, so I really don't want to keep on going on about this farm, so I'm going to go through what I've done really quickly here. Now, I've also tested this to make sure that the baby cows can't jump out, and I've done that in a test world. So now the water is down there, then we have 3 half slabs, that's a block and a half high, then we have half a block gap and the iron bars, so the babies won't be able to escape from that. Now, as well as this, I've also added a little hatch down here. You can hear this clicking noise. Let's just turn that off. And if you stand here, then that's where the dispenser or dropper even drops out the items on top of the hopper. So you can stand here holding right click, and then it's going to continuously fill that up, and you'll breed all the animals that go past. So that's how it's going to work. The one problem with this bit though is this has to be at that height, and everywhere else they go down by half a block. So at some point I might do a bit of redesigning, but I really just want to get this thing going now and get tons of leather, so we can fill that in as well. What we need to do next is put all of the cows into this bit here, so this is nice and secure. I don't think I've missed anything. They should go straight in there. And for the second time this episode, we're going to be herding around a large amount of animals. However, I have used up all of my wheat by breeding them, so I'm going to have to go and get some more quickly. So we should now be ready to move the cows over here. Of course, this is probably going to be a little bit awkward and difficult to do, so I might not show you all of it. However, between this clip and the next one, I have quite a bit to do actually. I need to bone meal tons and tons of seeds and turn them into wheat, so we have stacks of that for breeding, and then I have to do an AFK breeding test, and I don't know how much of that I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to do enough to figure out if it's if it's as effective as the pig breeding was. Okay, we've got a couple of gaps down here, but they're only half a block high, that's fine. So we have about 90 cows in here, I do believe. There we go, 94, so that's a good amount of seeded cows right there, and when we break this block they should be able to leave. Let's break a few more for them. They're probably going to run in the way of my pick and get hurt like that, which is brilliant, clever cows. Right, so if I hold the wheat, they should be able to make their way out of here. In fact, what I want to do, I get my shovel, is break these blocks here really. They'll probably be the best ones to help the cows get out. So now when I hold my wheat, they should all follow me over into this area. And as expected, is never quite as straightforward as you think. Let's see. Come on, are they going to come? Yeah, there we go. That's the way. All of you get in there. Now, notice that I blocked this bit up as well. That's so... well, that guy is standing on it. That's okay, though. He's not going to be able to escape. That's so when they go around, they don't come back into this bit, in which they might decide to go around that way back into this area. So we're going to be able to get all of these out really easily. A lot of time has passed since I last recorded, and I've done a lot of breeding. This automatic AFK system, it works just fine. I had no problems whatsoever. I was thinking though there might be some, because this isn't a circular layout, we have this bit in the middle, and perhaps somehow that could interfere with it, but no, it worked just fine. It worked very well in fact. So let's press F3 and have a look. Over here we have, it says 150 entities. We actually have about 100 cows in there. Although I did have this theory that if a baby cow wasn't able to escape by the time it grew into an adult, then this thing could actually increase the amount of cows it has over time, which is possible. But then over here you can see we have 384 cows waiting for us to kill them. So I have Biffa's looting sword again, and we have instant damage 2 potions, so we should kill them with less potions this time. Now a couple of things to consider here. These cows might get hurt because they're quite close to where the potion is going to land, and also we have a very small gap to throw it into. So this thing hasn't really been designed for throwing potions, so that's something we're going to have to do to change this. Now I need to make sure I've got my keys right here, so we're going to press 4 as soon as I right click. So here we go. Okay, that didn't quite work. I think we need to aim a tiny bit higher. So let's do that again. So 7 and 4. And that killed some of them, not all of them. It looks like I need to stand a little bit closer actually. And let's try one last time. 7 and 4. That was... oh no, that looked perfect. And there they all go. We're getting a tremendous amount of lag. That means we've killed all of them. So now we're going to get a ton of XP, which I can't actually pick up. I think I need to go and stand here, and then I'll be able to pick it up, as you can see. I think I might... yep, I picked up the leather and the beef, and that is a pleasant sight right there. There's even more going into this chest. There might be more that I can actually pick up. Let's have a look. Yep, I'm pretty sure I just picked up a ton. And a little bit more maybe, yep. Oh, there's still more, isn't there? And that was it. Okay, so let's chuck all of this in there. Well, like with the pigs, I think that is a success. There is more stuff in this hopper, which is coming from this one. And since there's nothing in there, I can break this. We can right click on that. And you can see that's all full as well. So if we take that out, we'll be able to see how much we've got in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well, that's not an actual full stack, is it? So 14.5 stacks of leather. That is brilliant. So that takes about an hour of AFK. Well, actually, it's probably more like an hour and a half of AFK farming. And then you need to spend some time getting the wheat for that. But using the machine and Mumbo's mob farm, I'd say not too much time goes into that. So about 2 hours of worth of work, I think, now gives you that amount of food and leather, which is excellent. Now I want to use this leather for books. We can use it for other things as well, because I want to do some more breeding and get tons and tons of the stuff. Now I did plan at the end of this episode going over to the Ender farm, making those books and enchanting them, but I think I want to upload this video now. So at the beginning of the next one, we'll be over at the Ender farm, and I'll be enchanting tons of books in between, so I'll have some enchants to show you. Hopefully they'll be good ones, but that is going to be it for this episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.